Good morning, dear people. Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies is delighted to welcome you into this awesome Love and Health Telesummit. A huge hello and shout out to all of you in India and in Germany, New Zealand, Oman, Singapore, South Africa, Spain, Sri Lanka, Switzerland, UAE, UK, and the USA. There is so much to be grateful for, and it's 11/11, and it's Mahashivratri. So on behalf of all of us, with my eyes closed and hands folded, thank you, thank you, thank you. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Deep breath in, and ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you to this beautiful lady who has been with Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies since the beginning, and we're so delighted she finally said yes to being on this Telesummit, and that too with the one frequency to access the vibration of love. And one day before Valentine's, and on Mahashivratri. Please join me in welcoming in Bhairavi Tushar Mehta. Hi Bhairavi, welcome in.
Hi everyone. I'm so delighted to be here, and happy Mahashivratri to all of you. And it's such a pleasure to be on this day, which is so auspicious. And at this time, I realized that my name is in sync with the Shiva, the Bhairav. So let's see how this is going to unfold today.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, that part did not strike me at all. That's right.
Neither me. So it just happened right away.
Right away. So as you said, Bhairavi, it's such an auspicious day to be having this conversation. So going in straight away, today we're talking about the vibration of love and how to access it with reconnective healing frequencies. Before we get into what is reconnective healing, Ravi, what is the vibration of love? As in, how do we define love?
When you talk of love, there is lots that comes from our head, and actually speaking, there is no definition to love. I feel love is a state of being. Love is a feeling that you experience. Love is something that comes with its very essence and truth. It's all about maybe knowing ourselves and finding out the exact truth and essence of what love means to us and what makes us be what we are in that space. So for me, love is just a state of being which makes me feel whole, complete, harmonious, and what I am.
Fantastic. So, Bhairavi, is there therefore then a difference between being in love and feeling loved?
As to my own introspection, I feel that feeling in love is emotion-based. It's going to have its own volatile flow that, maybe you are angry today, or you didn't like the reaction of your loved one, or that depends absolutely on the emotion related to that relationship or the action and reaction between that relationship. But when you talk of being in love, it's a state of being. We say that, I am in love with someone, or I love this person. So that's the space that is created between these two people where you can be what you are. You can be what you want to be. You can generate that flow of exchange of that love between each other. So love is more of being in that state, being in that experience, being in that essence. That's where I feel that feeling in love is going to be more of emotion-based, and being in love is a state of being. It's a state of absolute your own truth and essence.
Wow, that's fantastic. So, in that case, Bhairavi, there are so many things that, so many adjectives, so to speak, that come in when describing love. There's unconditioned love, but on the first day, Virendra happened to say that no, love is conditional. It's not unconditional. Everybody has their own point.
Condition.
What is your point of view on this?
I would rather say that love is conditional because yes, that's how we are programmed, and that's what our cooperative mind says. But if you go to see, to be in a state of being in love or sharing love or give and take of love, when it's unconditional, it's in its highest ascent. So when you talk of vibration of love, when you go to define love in cognitive way or to resolve issues with understanding how we as humans reciprocate, and when you understand just the vibration of love, the vibration of love actually has no conditioning. And that's the time it is in its purest ascent, that you are just resonating, you are just reciprocating, you are just vibrating with love. That does not need any conditioning, because I could just feel love if I see a squirrel on my windowsill. I could just feel love if I get up in the morning and breathe fresh air. I could just feel that I'm in love when I go for a walk and see a beautiful sunset. So that's the vibration of love, where there is no conditioning, where there is no if, but, do, don't, but it's just a state of being. That, okay, you just feel happy, you get up one morning and you know that, okay, you're alive, you're breathing, you have a next day to live. So that's more like you are in love. That's love. That's the love of the universe. That's the love of your life, or that's what it is. A single vibration which reciprocates only joy, peace, harmony, and happiness.
Right. So does that mean there's a lot of work involved around, being in the vibration of love, as you say? Because there's joy, there's happiness, there's all these feelings that you're supposed to be having, or not feelings that you're having, a state that you have to be in. So does it require a lot of work to do that? Are there things you need to do, rituals you need to follow, make like a huge effort to do it?
Maybe if you go around where you want to have cognitive way of approaching to reach that vibration, you might need a lot of work. But personally, in my case, I have come to this state once I got into the work which is known as reconnective healing. So I did a lot of self-work to bring myself to compassion, to being, I was always very edgy, short-tempered and insecure. And it took me a lot of effort when I got into this spiritual wellness and alternative healthcare to try and incorporate different rituals and therapies to bring myself to a state of calmness and absolute peace. But the actual flow happened after reconnective healing, because only with the access to this frequency, I saw my awareness shifted, my consciousness shifted, and here I am in this state where at all time I just feel very, very content, very happy, always in joy. No doubt what's happening around me, I still feel very calm and composed.
And I will absolutely agree with that, because when you just said I was short-tempered, in my head immediately it said, Bhairavi, short-tempered? No way. I've always seen you happy, smiling. You always say yes. You're always out there. You're a go-getter. And if all this transformation has happened with reconnective healing and other modalities that you do happen to know, and then we're truly, truly blessed to be able to get to know more about this, because I know a lot of us will definitely want to be there also, to go past those little things that are holding us back. You've used the word cognitive a lot of times right now.
Yeah.
Cognitive and awareness and consciousness. So, difference here. So what is cognition? What is this cognitive thinking that you're talking about? And therefore, what is the awareness?
So when I'm talking of cognitive, it's more like things that are therapeutic, that goes, after layer-wise, and you try to introspect and correct and use a lot of, it's like hypnotherapy, psychotherapy, all this is cognitive. It's where your logical reasoning and analytical mind works to bring forth, okay, why this is wrong and what is the solution and how do I go about it. That's where it's the cognitive approach. And it takes maybe years, because we are not just what we are. We are a system of a lot of genetic beliefs, something that we have carried from the environment, something that's taught to us in the childhood, something that carries from our past. And as we know that physics has proved that time is quantum. So all of
Right.
that is affecting us in the same moment. So that's what I'm talking when I'm talking as cognitive.
Okay.
And when I'm talking of awareness, is a state of being, awareness that we have. Like suppose we are talking of love and health. So say my spouse is not in a very great mood and he's going to just, snap off. And if I'm in awareness, my reaction is different than if I'm not in awareness. So if I'm not in awareness, I'm just going to feel hurt, and maybe we'll have a small fight, and that might spoil a day or two. We might not talk, or however, and it might affect other people in the house and an overall environment of my house. The same applies to a mother-child, might apply to sisters or siblings or parents or anything. And if I'm in awareness and I just stay there and, okay, maybe he's had a hard time at the office or somebody's given him a hard time before he's come home, let us sit over it, let him calm down and we can talk about it. And that's the difference. So this state of awareness has to be something within. You can't look for it outside. Shift, that consciousness that I'm talking of, is when that shift of the consciousness happens, you're automatically in awareness.
Right. And you're saying, Bhairavi, that reconnective healing frequencies bring you to this state of awareness?
Yes. So when we access you to the reconnective healing frequencies, we actually don't diagnose or analyze or get into any therapeutic ritual tool or technique-based model. It's not like that. When we just access you to these frequencies, and these frequencies are a spectrum of light, energy, and information. So these spectrum then looks into your very aspect in the current life. It also looks into your parallel realities. And then wherever the best change is necessary, the healing unfolds in that way. And when one point of the healing unfolds, it automatically touches the other areas of your life, because somewhere everything is intertwined, everything is looped within itself. So when one thing unfolds, it beautifully starts touching the other areas of your life, and then you see that you come to a state of absolute balance and wholeness.
Wonderful. So if I've understood this correctly, Bhairavi, in the word itself, for example, reconnective healing frequencies, it's reconnecting inside. There are pathways, there are things being reconnected inside, whatever's broken, whatever's causing the discomfort or a feeling or an emotional feeling which is to the extreme or to the negative or causing illnesses. You're saying that reconnective healing frequencies taps inside and reconnects things?
It's not more like that. Reconnective healing, the name reconnective has come because the founder, Dr. Eric Pearl, had channeled some messages when he got introduced to this world. And in that messages, it constantly said, you are reconnecting strings. That's your parallel reality. And it said that you are reconnecting strands. That's the DNA. So he came with the name reconnective healing frequencies. But if you actually understand, this strings and strands is just about yourself. It's your parallel realities. It's your DNA. So it's basically connecting you to your original essence. It's connecting you to your blueprint, to actually who you are.
Amazing. So frequencies here does not, what exactly would frequency be explained? I mean, I know you're not talking about radio frequency here, but 107.8, whatever. But what would be the referral point to understand frequency here?
Okay, so when we talk of frequencies, is actually a part of any travel. So the light wave has its frequency. The sound wave has its own frequency. So when we are talking of frequency, we are talking of a spectrum of light energy information which has been in the planet. But now where we stand, we've been able to access it. That's the first thing. Okay. Secondly, these frequencies are tangible. So science has proved that they exist. We have had scientists and physicists from Stanford and Oxford who have done experiments And through experiments, they have been measured. So again, that's the reason we can call it frequencies, because they are tangible.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? Sorry, please continue.
You can say what you were saying.
Okay.
So
I was just going to say, you know what all this is building up to, right, Bhairavi? My next question being, is it possible for us to have a demonstration of this?
Yes, definitely. Since I said that this work has no tools technique, it's very easy to feel it in your hands, because every person has this capacity just for us to tap into it. So usually we do group live sessions for this, but this is a very beautiful platform. And let's go into a little exercise mode to understand and try and feel it in our hands. At this point, some instructions maybe for the first time, not everyone would be able to access, but most of the time people do feel it. And let's see how it goes.
Fantastic. You know, that obviously immediately answers my question about if this can be done in a distance. Of course it can, since you're in one place and we're connected worldwide right now. I just wanted to ask you, Bhairavi, can you do this without informing somebody or without taking their permission?
The beauty of this healing is that in any other energy healing modality, you usually need permission. You need the person in presence. You need to have them believe in your work. But this is so beautiful, and it is. You can do it in distance. You can do it without informing the person. You can do it even if you don't believe in it, because we don't use any human intelligence. This frequency has its own intelligence, and it knows what is to be done. Dr. Eric Pearl says that if the healing comes in the form that you have anticipated, then you are lucky. But if you're really, really lucky, the healing will come in the form that the universe has designed for you. And there lies the bigger picture.
Wow, that is very profound. Would you repeat that again, Bhairavi? That if you're lucky and if you're very, very lucky, would you repeat that, please?
Yes, Dr. Eric Pearl, the founder of this work, he says that with reconnective healing, if you are lucky, you get the healing in the form that you have anticipated. So something that you have thought of, and the healing comes in that form. But if you're really, really lucky, the healing comes in the form that the universe has designed for you. And there lies the bigger picture.
Wow, that is fantastic, and that is amazing. I love the way it's been said. If you're lucky, it's in the form you anticipated, and if you're really lucky, you get it in the way the universe designed it for you.
Yeah. And I have experienced this, Neelu, and I will just take a minute to share why I'm saying I've just experienced how universe can unfold it in a bigger way. Before I came into all, I'm an engineer by my profession, okay, and got married young, so didn't get to do anything. I only wanted to establish and do something little from my home, or something that I can just give me an identity. But after reconnective healing, I got international presence. I'm working on his team, traveling internationally, doing trainings with him. I'm here with you on Mystic Lotus. I worked in Dubai, and it's opened that bigger picture. Had I just used my own human intellect, maybe I would not be able to reach where I am today.
Fantastic. And we know, Bhairavi, we know how much you work and you travel, and if all of this has happened post your journey with reconnective healing,
yes, absolutely.
Fantastic and superb, and that is a testimonial in itself. Which reminds me, before Bhairavi, we get into a demo. We have Hetal and Samrat, two of your clients, who have very happily agreed to come on and tell people about their experiences with you and reconnective healing. And I think now would be a good time to get them on before we get into the demo. What do you say? Hello? Okay. Yes, there you are. Could you hear me in this last 30, 40 seconds?
No, Neelu, I could not hear you.
Okay. At which point did you hear me last?
Would you like to do it, let them have talk before or after the demo?
No, I was saying, let's have it before the demonstration, and I was asking, what do you say? Yes.
Yes.
You have to say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Amrish, if we could unmute Hetal first, please.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Hetal. This is Neelu. Bhairavi is online, and welcome to the Mystic Lotus Awesome Love and Health Telesummit.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Fantastic. Hetal, tell us. You've had sessions with Bhairavi. You've experienced reconnective healing. Please tell us a little.
In short, I would just say that Bhairavi Tushar Mehta is the second goddess for me. She has helped me in all the aspects of my life. She is a boon to me, and she's a gem of the person on the earth. The thing what has she learned, and that the thing what she shared with us is fantastic. No one can do it as hard as she is working for us, and there are a lot of positive vibrations we get it from her. It is really worth being a part of her family member into this.
Wow, that is fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Hetal, Bhairavi, would you like to say something to Hetal?
Yes, thank you, Hetal. This brings me again into that love and joy that there you are to, share your experience and such lovely, kind words that keeps me on my path much more grounded.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Hetal. And yes, sorry.
Sorry, beg your pardon, ma'am.
Yes, I was saying thank you so much, and please do stay onto the call with us. And thank you, and we're going to mute you back again. Thank you so much.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome.
Thank you. Amish, do we have Samrat with us? And if yes, could you have him unmuted?
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, hi, Samrat. Good morning, and welcome in.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. And I'm so sorry, I forgot to wish Hetal. Wishing you and Hetal a very happy Mahashivratri.
Thank you.
Thank you. And please tell us, share your experience with us.
Yeah. Do I have a minute?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So this is around 3 years back where, I was coping up with challenges with a heartbreak and, family challenges as well. And my first concern immediately was that I knew that, these things will get over with time. But since I was holding a good position in some business organization, my immediate concern was that it shouldn't affect the people around me. So I got in touch with Bhairavi Mehta, and I also got my reconnective healing and the reconnection done. And after that, I can say 3 years have gone, and I've been in the best phase of my life for the past 3 years. And I've also won 3 major business awards during this period for the work what I've done, which I never anticipated that would happen long time back. The best thing about reconnective healing is that, it's not something that it will magically something happens to you. It doesn't solve your problem, but it will give you the strength to solve your problem. That's the best thing what I feel about the reconnective healing. And I can say for Bhairavi that, she's like my second mother, I would say. She's been like that anchor what I really wanted at that, phase of my life. And she's really hand-holding me since then.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for that. Bhairavi?
Thank you, Samrat. Thank you so much. Samrat, this means a lot. This means a lot. Thank you so much. And I wish you more and more success. May you soon get your Trump Tower. His dream is to work at Trump Tower, and I'm sure he's going to do it.
Absolutely.
He's an architect. He dreams to work at Trump Tower, and at this point, I'm blessed that you get your Trump Tower.
And
Thank you so much.
Simraj, you have people from all over the world saying yes to that for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here with us, Simran. Thank you, and please do stay on for the rest of the call if you'd like.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks so much. Bye. Wow, Bhairavi, that's amazing. And something that he just said that I got these few words that I had not anticipated immediately takes me back to what you said about being lucky and being very lucky, really lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, so absolutely excited, Bhairavi. What do we need to do to get a demonstration of this awesome wall that you're talking about?
So this work is usually the sessions are done one-on-one. So at this point, I cannot be doing a session to give a demo, but I can make you do a little exercise to feel it in your own hands. Okay. I'm sure that's going to even be exciting because we're trying to help everyone on the call right now to access this.
Yes, absolutely. Bhairavi, I'm so sorry. Could you just be a little bit louder? Your voice just got a little muffled right now.
So can I, do you want me to repeat that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we usually do these sessions one-on-one, so we cannot be doing a group demo, but with a group we can do a little exercise which helps you feel in your own hands. Since there are so many people on right now, so we are just going to do a little group exercise which will help you feel the frequencies in your
Bhairavi, I'm so sorry, we just lost you again.
Is it better now?
Yes, there you are.
So, do I repeat this again?
No, it's good. I think we've gotten that. You would be unable to. We're going to do a small exercise. You're going to take us through something that will make us at least feel it in our hands. Yes.
Yeah. So that's going to be we said that reconnective frequency is like it brings you to a state like a child. You know how a child plays. We play with this frequency because we don't use any inhibitions or any logic to it. We just play with this frequency. So I want all of you to understand one thing here, that put your hands in as normal a position as you can. Don't stretch it too much. Your palm basically, a little distance in your fingers, and a very comfortable state of hand, what we expect because you're doing it for the first time. It has to be in that right way for you to get the feeling of it. And all I want you to do is imagine a beach ball right in front of you. So we like to play on beach with this colorful ball. Your ball can be a big one, a small one. It could be any color, any texture. I'm sure a ball has, I can't say any shape because it's a ball, so to feel a ball. So let's all imagine a ball in front of you, a ball, and gently pick it up and bring it right in front of you. You need to do this slowly, right? Bring it right in front of you. And see if by now you're already feeling something. It could be tingling, it could be magnetic, it could be electric, it could be...
I'm so sorry to interrupt. A little louder, please.
Okay, it could be magnetic, it could be something which is tingling in your palms, could be a warmth, it could be a little cold feeling, it could be anything. And if you are...
Yes, tingling. My palm is warm, but my fingertips are cold.
Yeah, so it's going to be different. It's you might have very weird feelings that, okay, one hand is hot, one hand is cold, or one hand is not feeling enough, but the other is feeling strong. It could be anything. And once you start feeling this, start tilting your ball a bit, you know, you can go tilting it up and down very slowly. It needs very slow movement because for the first time, the more slowly you do it, you're going to enjoy it the more and feel it even. So while you're tilting, just see how you feel. Are both the palms feeling the same? Or is it different? Is the feeling changed as you move it? Does it keep changing the more you keep moving it from one end to the other end?
Yes, the tingling's changing, and I don't know if this is supposed to happen or not, but even I started tilting with the ball. I had to consciously bring myself back straight again and started tilting the ball again.
So it happens because it's somewhere taking you into that deep state within yourself. You are kind of somewhere losing the body consciousness and getting in the flow of the frequency. So you're automatically tilting your body while you are doing the ball. That's the beauty of this work.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure by now most of them might have felt it. If we have time, we can go through the next exercise, or then otherwise we can go to the next part of the call.
No, we must definitely do the next part of the exercise. This is very exciting.
Yes. So again, let's be children. Do you all know what is a slinky? A slinky is a spring-like toy which we used to play with when we were kids. Maybe it's not very prevalent right now, but people in their 40s or 30s might know that it was there before 20, 30 years. We used to play with a slinky. So I just want you all to imagine the slinky in both your palms. Okay, just imagine that.
Slinky, you're referring to that, it's kind of strapped into your hand and you throw it out and it bounces back right in. Is that the one that you're referring to?
Yes, it's mostly you play it with both the palms and you just shuffle the weight up and down. It's like a spring, like a thing.
Right. Okay. So,
yeah,
you're holding it between the palms?
Yeah, you're holding in both your palms, one end on one palm and the other, and then there's a spring-like thing going around. All I want you to instruct is don't tilt it totally, just keep shuffling the weight, and that's how you're going to feel the frequencies the best. So imagine this slinky in both your palms, and I think by the time you imagine, you're already feeling something in your palm. The frequency just comes in, you start feeling it already. And now slowly shuffle the weight from one palm to the other and see how you feel. Just shuffle the weight, like take one palm up and the other down, and the slinky automatically moves. Your imaginary slinky. And by doing this, you see that both the palms start feeling different. You actually feel the weight going down in the palm that goes down, and vice versa, or the feeling starts shifting. You might feel hot in one palm, cold in another palm. Fingers might be tingling and the palm might be warm, something.
Yes.
Everything is different.
My fingertips that are tingling the most now, not as much as the center of my palm.
Yeah. And you keep moving this up and down and you understand the vibration that happens. Sometimes you just start feeling something different in your heart. Some emotion comes up. You feel a certain sense of joy. So that's all how the frequency is resonating with you. The feeling that you're having in the palm is exactly how it feels when we as practitioners work on our client.
Wow, I'm feeling very happy. I've got a smile on my face because
yeah, a lot of people might be smiling right now, I'm sure. A lot of people end up getting that sudden sense of joy and a little smile comes up, your face gets relaxed, suddenly you feel lighter. So even littlest access to the frequency makes you feel light and comfortable. And if you go to understand, we are just light, anything denser than light is not us. If we understand our true essence, we are all just light. We are a part of that big divine, and it's just light. So when you access the reconnective healing frequencies, you do these sessions, anything denser than light falls apart, and then your true self. You find who you are, and that's the absolute state of balance, wholeness, and that's what brings in that vibration of love.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah,
I'm still playing with the slinky, but there are questions that have come. There are one or two questions that have come in, so okay. I wanted to ask you. What would be the next phase, and then we move on to the questions.
I think that is it. Like once you are done, you can just drop your palms. Usually you feel dry, and if you just rub your palms a bit, the moisture is going to come back. So that's it. And please sip little water because this can make you feel little dehydrated, or it can take you into a little trance-like state. So just have some water, bring yourself back to the call till I finish.
Yes, you're right. I had the water and realized that the roof of my mouth was actually very dry.
Yes.
And that thing is still on there, and my palms are still open. I'm not letting go of this slinky right now.
You all can keep playing till the time I talk. As far as the earphones are on, you all can keep playing with the frequencies.
Okay, fantastic. Bhairavi, Jesse's asked, she'd asked a little earlier on. So, can one willfully connect to a certain frequency, and if so, how?
Here we are not talking of frequency as you get this frequency music on YouTube and all. We are specifically talking of only reconnective healing frequency. So there are a lot of such frequency musics also available. So you're not talking of that certain hertz and all that. We are talking of a bandwidth, a spectrum, and to learn this, you can always get more details about the courses, and I can share it by the end of the call of how we go about learning this work.
Fantastic. And Jayashree, I hope that answers your question. If not, please do write in if you'd like any further clarity on it. Bhairavi, Anil has asked, Bhairaviji, does reconnective healing help in establishing connection with something we have lost? And the connection being career, money, job, bosses, colleagues, family, etc.
So in reconnective healing, we work with anything and everything, but we do not anticipate the form of healing. We don't work on the targeted area. Once you do take the sessions, it automatically works for your highest best wherever it has to. Because when you restrict it only to career, maybe you are limiting the possibilities of the healing. But when you allow this intelligence to work, it might make you the boss someday.
Oh, wow. I like the sound of that. If you allow it to work, it will make you the boss. Lovely. Okay. So, as you said, Bhairavi, you have to take a session. How many sessions in that case do you really need? Is this a one-time process or?
Okay, so there are two applications to this work. One is the reconnective healing, where we do half-an-hour sessions with our hands without touching, communicating, or creating any light, sound, or aroma in our ambience. We just work with our hands on your body or in distance. And we recommend, it's not about recommend also, but we ask you to go by your flow. You can take minimum 1 to maximum 3 sessions. After 3 sessions, we actually want you to wait and watch for a couple of months actually to see how it is unfolding in your life.
Ah, nice. And this, and can this happen for? Can you do reconnected healing for pets, Bhairavi?
Yeah, we work for pets, we work for plants. I have also started working for land and spaces, and we've had beautiful results.
Wait. Dial that back once. Land and spaces, like inanimate objects also?
Yes. So then I had a friend who got a land to do some farming there and was always finding some other block to start getting it, complete his project. So can we do this? And we worked we did some frequency, the healing for the land. And right now he has plants of pomegranates and the guava and watermelon and everything on his farm. And it's beautiful. It just happened the way it had to happen.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing. Oh, and Bhairavi, Pratibha has written in saying that the left hand had a lot of tingling, while playing both hands had tingling. She's just giving feedback on what she's been through. I just want to add to that, Bhairavi, the moment I let go of the thingy and kind of came back here again, there's this very, it's not painful, it's not irritating. There's just a slight heaviness on one side of my head, but it's not the kind of heaviness that's bothersome. It's not bothering me, but I can feel it.
Yeah, so it could be. So people, just for the exercise, you can feel. The feeling could be anything. It's totally undefined, or there is no specific guidelines to this feeling. You could be feeling anything because it's individually is going to be unique for each one of you. If you are feeling heavy in your hands, head, whatever, it could be a sudden influx of these energies, could make you feel like that. Sipping water, taking a steps up and down will bring you back.
Lovely. Okay, great. And, Vinita saying that recently I've gone through a crisis in my life and she feels like she's lost faith.
Okay.
So, would reconnective healing, how would it contribute to?
So once she takes the sessions, it can unfold wherever it is necessary. The faith could be some past experience that she's associating and has kind of started losing faith, or it could be coming from any time and space. So once the healing is done, the universal intelligence knows where the correction is necessary. Does she need to let go of the past, or does she need to have another experience which redevelops her faith? So it knows exactly what can suit her life plan, her destiny, her karmas, and the healing will unfold in its own way accordingly.
But tell me something, Bhairavi. You've just mentioned that there is no specific target that's put in mind, that reconnective healing is going to take care of someone's migraine or somebody's back pain. You said it takes care of whatever needs to be taken care of.
Exactly.
Does that mean that you have somebody comes to you, somebody takes a reconnective healing session? Is there any Q&A involved? Do you have to find out anything before you take a session, or is it just very free flowing?
Yeah, so we don't need to know the problem. Since I have done other healing modalities, sometimes if they want to share to just get into a flow of communication and counseling, they're most welcome to share. But in reconnective healing specifically, as a practitioner, I do not need to know the problem.
Right. Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are a little uncomfortable.
Exactly, because there are, within the society that you live, sometimes you feel it's not socially acceptable and you would not like to share it. You might not be open enough to let somebody work with you therapeutically, or you're in the same family, you don't want to talk about it. So it's okay, even if you don't say, the healing will unfold wherever it is best necessary. To explain this, I'll quickly give you an example. I had a lady who came with a spinal pain, like a pain in the cervical, and she took the session to relieve her of that pain. And that pain had developed in 2-3 weeks. We did the session, and within, around 2 weeks, she called up and said that she's got rid of the asthma, which was with her for the last 15 years. Wherein I never knew she had asthma.
Ah.
She never mentioned. She said, I didn't mention because I tried everything and I knew I have to deal with it. I have to live with it. But then the spine coming up, I wanted relief in that pain. But it cured her asthma, and then automatically the spinal pain went away.
Wow. So when she came in with her spinal injury or spinal pain, you went into the process without obviously targeting that. But as you said, what needs to be done, what needs to happen happens, and that's what happened.
Exactly. So it's not necessary the healing is going to be a miracle and you get rid of your problem. The healing could be where you get the right kind of diagnosis, you get the right kind of solution, you get the right kind of people, you get the right kind of platform. If you're taking something, you automatically start responding. So it can take any form that best suits where you are at that point in life, and then brings you to a better state of being.
Fantastic. So basically, what's happening here, in its all totality that I've understood, is basically summed up best, I think, with Dr. Pearl's quote only. And I'm going to repeat that again. If you're lucky, you're going to get it in how you anticipated it. And if you're really lucky, you'll get it in the way the universe designed for you, which is exactly what happened with this lady as well, right?
Yes. And many more. I have many more such cases I've worked on, because last 10 years I'm just doing this work. So there are many more, right from mental illnesses to physical issues to relationships to kids to, multiple things, careers and finding the right partner, or in your business, harmony amongst workplace, everything we have worked and with beautiful results. I also have seen a man in coma come up walking home within 7 days after 3 healing sessions.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Superb. I'm really, can you repeat that again? Because I'm.
So I have worked with a man in coma whose family disowned him, and the friends approached me to do the healing. I've done 3 distance healing sessions. I had not seen the man. He was in the Holy Family Hospital. And on the 7th day after the 3 healings, distance, he was in coma without any medical support, has walked home.
Wow. That is amazing.
And I have a written testimonial from that client. She's the owner of a graphic design firm, and I have a written testimonial of that this man has actually got up to life after the reconnective healing session.
Wow, absolutely. This is what you call miracle stories, huh?
Yes. This is miracle.
Yeah. And Bhairavi, Radha Raghavan's asking, how different is reconnective healing from Reiki or pranic healing?
I have not learned Reiki or pranic, but what I understand is Reiki and pranic healing has some techniques, some rituals, some tools involved. And in reconnective healing, it is nothing like that is involved.
Right.
The best difference that I can explain is this. There could be many more, but Reiki and Pranic, as far as I know about how it works, has a lot of tools involved. There is a concept of negative, positive. There is rituals. There is shielding, protecting. In reconnective healing, we believe that everything is light. Not negative and positive is just your perception.
Wonderful. And Bhairavi, this is, we're listening to, and Roop has written in saying that she could connect to the exercise and felt amazing, and thanks, and you're the best.
Roop, I love you.
and Divya says she had a great experience and felt a ringling. I think she meant tingling in both hands and feet. And Roop says she loves you too. Okay. Sangeet has asked you to repeat something, Bhairavi. Everything is light and?
Okay. Everything is light. I don't get the context to which I mentioned everything.
Right now, when you were explaining the difference between your
so with reconnective healing during the trainings, and Dr. Eric Paul very nicely talks about fears on negative, positive, and certain concepts. So we believe that there is nothing negative and positive. We all are light, right? If I'm not comfortable with someone, it's because of some experience. I have developed a perception of that person as negative, but he's also being of that light.
Correct.
Right?
That is very profound.
Yeah, so that's what it is. There is nothing negative, positive. There is no good, bad. It's our perception. The moment you take it and you are in that awareness to see it with love and light, it's just a part of that light of who you are.
Fantastic. And all this is absolutely amazing and fascinating, Bhairavi. And how do we take this up with you? How do we take this further? I know you have some amazing offers to give to people, and we definitely want to put that together and put it out there for everybody. Bhairavi, can you hear me? Amrish, please let me know if I'm audible. And
I can hear you now.
Oh yes, there you are. So I don't know who went away. I went away or you went away.
No, I was there. You went away.
maybe I snuck away to play with the beach ball again. So, as I was saying, yes, sorry, you wanted to say something.
I wanted to quickly explain what the reconnection is, because my offer also includes that, and that's a very integral part of this work. So as I said, this work has two applications. We were talking about healing all the time, minimum 1 to maximum 3 sessions at a given point of time. And reconnection is done over 2 consecutive days with 2 sessions, and it's a once in a lifetime process. You can do it only once in your life. It is done when we usually say that it has its own timing. It is done for your overall evolution. It is when your soul is ready. The only thing you need to do is make a conscious choice, or kind of once you feel that, okay, I want to do it, just try and book yourself, because that's the time when you're ready to connect. So in reconnection, we are connecting your body's grid to the cosmic grid. We are making a connection which actually brings you to that state of being that you were actually when you were with that light, or the very incarnation of human beings with the immense frequency of God, love, compassion. So it's somewhere that when you get reconnected, it's an accelerated exchange of light, energy, and information that happens when you do a healing session.
Fantastic. So that's the reconnection process which is a 2-day process. And you said you also do a half an hour reconnective healing session. So what's the difference here, Bhairavi?
So healing is, as I said again, you can do sessions 1, 2, or 3 at any point of time in your life, whenever you feel you want to get into balance, you're looking at some challenge, and it helps you flow and bring correction wherever it is needed. But reconnection is done only once in your life, where we connect your body's grid to the cosmic grid.
Fantastic. So, reconnective healing, which is your half-an-hour session, which you can take whenever something's coming up, you feel you want to get back, into some kind of harmony or balance, or your
Yes.
challenges. People normally Bhairavi charges 4,500 rupees for a half-hour session, but just for you on this Telesummit, Bhairavi, how much are you giving it? How much are you offering it at? I'm so sorry. I don't know if that's me gone again. Is the process already working for me, Bhairavi? My phone frequencies are getting in the way. Okay, Bhairavi, I believe I'm being heard, and we're unable to hear you. Can you say something again? Okay, while we get Bhairavi back on again, and while she connects back to us again, people, let me tell you, a half-an-hour session of reconnective healing with Bhairavi is actually at 4,500, but you get a fabulous offer just here on this Telesummit for 24 hours only at only 2,700 rupees. That's right, you heard me right. 2,700 only for a half-hour session instead of 4,500. This offer is only for 24 hours. Now, the next that she was talking about, the reconnection, which is a 2-day process, is at, its actual price is at 12,333. This is what you'll be paying. However, you also get a reconnective healing session free with her, which means pay 3 for a 2-day process, and 1 reconnective healing session worth 4,500 rupees is absolutely free for you. All right, and just for me, may I request everybody, and Amrish, anyone, if you could type in that you're being able to hear me. Oh, super. Thank you, Vinita. Thank you, Amrish. And I'm just carrying on with this. Bhairavi, come back soon. All right. As I mentioned, I'm going to repeat that. Reconnective healing, half-an-hour session, price at 4,500, but only for you for 24 hours, available at 2,700 rupees. The reconnection process, which is a 2-day thing, costs 12,333, and with that, you get a reconnective healing session worth 4,500, absolutely free. Again, this offer is available for 24 hours. Now, Bhairavi also has some other, she has 2 more offers for you, which are very integral with the work that she does. She's done a lot of modalities, and she does a lot of intuitive reading. So if you'd like to take up an intuitive reading session with her, it's normally at 3,000 rupees. Just for you, for 24 hours, it's 1,500 only. And after that, increases to 2,100. And one more thing, there is something called foreign energy work that she does, which we will definitely ask Bhairavi to explain to you post the call. So the foreign energy work actual price is at 5,000, and just for you, for 24 hours, available at only 3,600. It will increase after that to 4,200, and all of these people will be in the email replay that will be sent to you shortly after the call, and the payment links will be there. So just wait for a short while after the call is over. We'll send it out as soon as possible. Okay, Roop is asking me to repeat the offer. I'll just repeat it for everyone. And I'm just checking in case there's anybody else Yes, you can hear me. Great. Thank you so much, Bhavna. Okay. Excuse me just a moment. Sorry about that. Bhairavi, are you back?
Am I audible?
Yes, now you're audible. Could you hear me all this time?
Yes, I could hear you, and I was trying to say, am I audible? Am I audible? Maybe now I'm audible.
Yes, you are. So I did mention.
I got it. Yes. So I'm just going to explain them the difference quickly.
Yes.
So reconnective healing and reconnection is what I've already explained to everyone. And again, I do live presentations, people on the call. It would be free for you all. Whenever I'm arranging one, we'll keep you posted. Okay? And for intuitive reading, I was somewhere blessed with a lot of clairvoyance and intuitive sense. So I do intuitive energy readings. It's just giving you a kind of a reading on your current energy and then how you can change from what you are or how you can mold yourself to achieve what you want. And foreign energy is, again, I do with the help of this intuition and clairvoyance, where if any energy in your body is not you, but anything else from the universe or any subtle energies, it's more about clearing and helping you to come back to balance with your own energy. So the last two things are absolutely because of the gift of intuition and clairvoyance that I've achieved through this journey of mine. Do I make that clear?
Yes, please. Absolutely.
Helps it? Okay.
Yes.
And I do 30-minute free consults where we don't give a demo or anything, but if you need to know more about this work, you can book this free consults where I give you 30 minutes of my time to explain in detail or listen out to what you have to say. And then if you like it, you can go ahead for your session.
Okay. Fantastic. And Bhairavi, let me tell you this. I'm signing up for the Reconnected Healing session. Okay.
Amazing.
As soon as Amrish Nidhu and I are done with putting it all together and sending the mail to everybody, sorry, I almost went into Hindi. I'm doing your boni for you. I'm taking the Reconnected Healing session with you. And for our international audience, to just explain, boni is when you make the first purchase of the day at somebody's shop. Here in India, we call it doing bonis. I just told Bhairavi, I'm doing this. It's done. So, okay. There are questions that are coming up, Bhairavi, and there are a couple of other things that have come up. For example, for the 2-day program, do you have to be in Mumbai?
It's not a program. It's going to be 1-hour session on both the days, and it is in person. Reconnection cannot be done in distance. It's absolutely done in person because that's a soul's calling. It's a choice that your higher self makes, not you. So it's going to happen only when you are ready for it. You are present in person, and you have to do with the same practitioner on both the days.
Okay, so you don't have to be there present in person. You could be having a conversation on the phone. Or
No. For the 2-day, you have to be present in person, and
yes.
Yeah, you have to be present in person because reconnection happens only when your soul is ready, when the timing is correct and everything. So 2 consecutive days, 1-hour session each in person with the same practitioner is when the reconnection can be done for you. And before reconnection, we recommend to have at least 1 healing session. And so my offer says that if you book the reconnection, you get the healing session free.
Oh, right, correct. Okay, fantastic. Thank you for clearing that up, Bhairavi. I think that would make an impact on the understanding of how people who are not in Mumbai currently would be able to take your offer up. Okay. People, I have to tell you this, that, Bhairavi comes for our on-ground festival, and she never charges anybody for the sessions that she takes, and it's amazingly, beautifully generous. And Bhairavi, I know you're being generous again today, and you're giving a reconnective healing session away.
Yes.
Yes, and in fact, we do have somebody who would be... who I think would be very happy to receive it. There is Karan on our calls with us, Karan Dhar. His mom's not keeping well at all. So, Karan, this is for you. We will get Bhairavi and you to connect after the call is over, and Bhairavi will do what she needs to do. So, Karandhar, this one is for your mom.
Yes.
Superb. Thank you so much, Bhairavi. Is there anything else that you would like to say or to add on?
I'm really, really glad I did this today. Firstly, thank you to the Mystic Lotus team. You guys are awesome, and keep spreading this, because at this point people need to know and be aware of all the alternative help that is available. And rest of you on the call, thank you so much for giving this time and space so that I can talk about this work and spread the joy that I am always in to all of you there, because it's all about that. It's just about to be in harmony and to be in the best place that we are, and to recognize who we are, the true essence that we are, and that is just love and light, nothing else. And today's Mahashivratri, again, Shiva and Shakti is the highest symbol of that give and take and exchange of love, where they complement each other beyond it's more to say here, but then Shiva and Shakti is the best form to understand how love complements each other. Thank you so much. Again, with both my hands folded, I'm very, very happy I could share this work, because it's changed my life immensely, and it's my passion and the purpose of my life to touch more and more lives. And that's the reason all that is that I'm doing, and I'm very glad to have this time and space, and I'm in huge gratitude to the universe, all of you online, people who listen to this recording, and to this beautiful trio who's been doing an amazing job. Wish you a lot and lot of luck. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for saying that, Bhairavi. Thank you so much for summing it up so well. And we shall now take your leave, dear people, saying Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Bye-bye.